Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see a team that can get it done on the ground. The Raiders are top 10 in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against a Pats team that wants to keep the running game in check.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. Oh, little 360. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Brady now on first down. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. That's certainly not something we see often from number 12, Tom Brady, although we did see it in Super Bowl 51.
And that's why it's so memorable, because of what you just said. It doesn't happen very often. And think of the momentum that you gain as a defense, not only picking off Tom Brady, but pick six. Oh, boy, you feel good about yourselves.
And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Look at the spin. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now Brady to try again after the pick six. And incomplete to open things up. Gronkowski, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So 2nd and 10 here. Throwing again. Brady. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, You're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
In his 5th year from La Tech, here's the lefty Ryan Allen to punt it as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 15. Fancy footwork at the 45. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Second down, Lynch. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense that's just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks, too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They go play action here on first down. And complete right side to Cook. 23 yards on the play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First down, the run with Lynch. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And he motions the wide receiver. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because that's supposed to work in a big way.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Carr, and on is Sebastian Janikowski. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So the Patriots not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
53! Hey, check it.
Brady now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, "Foul it away, lad, foul it away," because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about that used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad, yeah.
Now on second down, this is Gore. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Brady to Gronkowski, cover athlete to cover athlete for a Patriot first down. On first down, it's Gore. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. Again, they run. Again, it's Gore. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 12-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Mario Edwards in there to get him for a loss of 5. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Now Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, partner, we just saw the 2nd interception of the game against Tom Brady. I'm going to see my eye doctor because I did not really see that, did I?
Well, nobody sees it often. Last year, he threw 2 interceptions all season. Did not throw 2 in a game, so certainly a rarity. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. They'll set up the screen to Lynch. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Carr. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Not something you see a whole lot of, a sack of Derek Carr, and due in large part to a good O-line. Carr was sacked on less than 3% of his dropbacks last year, lowest in the league.
Oakland knew it was important to take care of their quarterback. They picked up Donald Penn, Kelechi Osemele, and Rodney Hudson in recent years, and it's paid off.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser, headed for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. While we have a minute, we remind you that later tonight we'll have a couple of NFC East rivals squaring off, the Eagles and the Cowboys from Big D.
Or Arlington. Got to make sure we get it right.
To be more precise there in the Metroplex. Then tomorrow night, Week 11, we'll wrap up with a playoff rematch from the divisional round a year ago, the Falcons and Seahawks, but this time from Seattle. They'll start on the ground with Gore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 10 yards still left on second down. To throw again. Brady. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Aldon Smith in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Brady. And he's going to go down again. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Ryan Allen now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Raiders will take possession. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They start the drive with Lynch, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, here's Carr. Flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Now a play fake. Carr. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An update from Denver. The Broncos have taken the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw his car. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Marquette King now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Marquette King now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a second down. Instead of the running back in New England, sometimes they like to call them the passing backs. They get them the ball in different ways, don't they?
They certainly do. Think about the ones they've had in recent vintage. You talk about Kevin Falk, Danny Woodhead, Shane Vereen. James White could have been the MVP in the Super Bowl if it wasn't for a certain quarterback that was on the field that day.
And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Third quarter starts with a run from Lynch. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Following the penalty, Lynch. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, This feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
To throw on third down. Carr. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Huge article in their local paper this morning saying how the 4 interceptions last week led them to that victory. Here they haven't been able to come up with one, and they're losing. Probably not a coincidence.
I don't think so at all. I think you're spot on, but maybe they put a little extra pressure on themselves because the 4 interceptions last week, victory. Right now, no interception in this game. Had a chance for one, missed it, and they're losing. Probably feeling the pressure right now.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Khalil Mack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up third and long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the rookie from Ohio State, Garyon Conley. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll run again with Lynch. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 28. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
Regular.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run it with Gore. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. Finding room to the 20. And he's brought down. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So they're operating in the red zone. On play action, it's Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run with Lynch. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch with his 2nd TD of the game, his their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On first down, Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Able to get there and pick it.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On first down, Carr toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Try it again on 2nd down. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Carr finding Patterson there for a Raider first.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Carr gives to Lynch on the draw. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Shift together here from the D-line. Carr gives to Marshawn. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Carr. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On third down, Carr. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy. It came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Toss play to Lynch. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders are pouring it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's complete to Cooks. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 46 yards. Brady now on 1st down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Brady. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Edelman, the intended receiver that time, and it's 3rd down.
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Travis Carey. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Here's Marquette King now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Dorsett. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Patriots take over. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception, go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going.